Week 4 on the horizon. It's the Okanagan Sun Coaches Show. Ryan Waters and head coach Ben Macauley coming off that emotionally charged victory. Did you feel on the sidelines that it was an emotional game?
Yeah, I mean, right from the first kickoff, we all had a little bit of butterflies, and I tell the players that's good, right? It means you're alive. It means you're ready to go and you're invested in what you're doing, and that was palpable with the coaches as well. And I'm no different, and I certainly felt the pressure of the meaningful, in the standings, how meaningful the game was. So. Aside from battling for first place, it's just we want to do the best we can every week, and so that pressure was there too. But it was a great atmosphere. It was nice to be out in front of the home crowd, and we had our family and friends around. So it was a great weekend. On
the radio broadcast, Jason Casey and I were talking about the war in the trenches, the West Shore offensive line versus the Sun defensive line. We gave the nod, obviously, to the Sun defensive line. Did you feel like your guys played well?
Absolutely. I mean, we held our gaps really well and forced them to bump outside, which they don't really like doing. They like to, kind of go off tackle and pick up yards and make one cut and go. We forced them to go outside, and then we had great contain guys, from the secondary and from outside linebackers were flying up and making tackles. But that was all started by our defensive line. And then when they couldn't run the ball, we put a ton of pressure on their quarterbacks and forced quarterbacking change twice. And it was all because those guys had a high motor and they just pressured all day. Great offensive line in Victoria, but our defensive line's even better.
This week, a bit of a different pace. The Vancouver Island Raiders coming to town for Saturday night affair. Will there be a letdown, do you think, because the game won't be as emotionally charged?
I don't think so. I think what the reminder for these guys was that they were the champions last year. The Okanagan Sun has the championship trophy in our locker room right now, and that's ours to defend. And when we look at ourselves as being our toughest opponent, throughout the week of practice, really it doesn't matter who you put in front of us. And I said that before Valley Huskers and Kamloops as well. It doesn't matter who we're playing. We look at ourselves and we say, can we do better than we did last week? And then that's our goal. So I wouldn't expect that. It might be a little bit different as far as the general attitude toward the game and as the must-win situation. Now we just need to do a better job of fundamentals and scheme-wise, just being sound.
They're 2-1. They come into the Apple Bowl with 2 wins, a victory last week as well over Valley at home. What have you seen from them on film?
They started slow last week. They let Valley out to a 17-0 start in the first quarter, and but I'll credit to the Huskers as they've got a pretty athletic team too. But it became evident that they were able to score plays quickly or score on points quickly on big plays, and they pretty much did that for the whole second half. Yeah. They put up 55 points, and all of that was in the last 3 quarters. So they're going to be explosive, and. I think we've got the bodies to hang with them, though. I think that's one difference is, the Huskers didn't have the bodies to go 4 quarters with them. We, on the other hand, do have the bodies and the depth and the playmakers to shut them down. So, but I think they're going to go play with a lot of heart. They're tough. They're well coached. They're going to have some things in the scheme that we aren't going to be able to prepare for. So we're going to have to do some adjustments at half and quarter time. So, we're ready for the challenge. And they were in the BC final last year. We know that they're capable of getting better every week, and I expect the same this year.
Rumor is your team will finally wear brown at home, which will be nice, right?
Yeah, I think the guys are excited, and one of the things is they get their name bars on the back of their home jerseys, and while that's it doesn't really matter about the individual with this group. It is a sense of pride. It's an honor to wear the Okanagan Sun jersey. Many great players have come before and worn them, so when you get a chance to put it on and see your name on the back of it, I think it's a pretty special feeling for guys.
Thanks for doing this. We'll see you Saturday.
Thanks, Ryan.
Ben Macauley, head coach of the Sun. This is the Okanagan Sun Coaches Show. To be the Sun and the Raiders Saturday night at the Apple Bowl.